Hello and welcome back to the Hearthstone Alphabet Tournament Basic League. We are in the quarterfinals. Today's game, C versus E, Warrior versus Warrior. Just to quickly go over the card rules, they are in the bottom right hand corner. For cards to be used, they must contain the letter of their deck in the card name. If a class card is legal, must be used. And the classes UC but began the league were chosen based on who had the most cards available. Moving over to the deck lists, we see two similar but notably different decks. The big changes are the key weapon of the C deck, the Acidic Swamp Ooze, that is not in the Warrior E deck. But the Warrior E deck does have more weapons, Corcoran Elite, Shield Block, more card draw. Can you tell who I think is going to win? Okay, game number 1. Victory or death. Nice start from the E Warrior. Gonna toss back the high cost minion, go for a very aggressive opening it looks like. Gonna be possible as well with that draw. Heroic Strike we use to kill whatever 2 or 3 drop the C deck plays. Possibly coin out a Bloodfang Raptor, yeah, as aggressive as possible. C deck looking not quite as aggressive but still a fairly low curve, has got the really important cleave, which is going to be easily able to deal with these Bloodfang Raptors. Over the croc list, the Superman to the Bloodfang Raptors Batman, they cancel each other out. I think it's pretty cute that Blizzard put 2 beasts like that in the basic set. Who do you prefer? I prefer the Bloodfang Raptor. I think if I had to pick sides, but I think a lot of people may disagree with me there. Say in the comments. Novice Engineer draws second Riverless Crocodile. Can come back for revenge. It did of course get Heroic Strike like I said it would. And now these 2 raptors are going to get cleaved. It's gonna hurt. Does he then tempo the Ooze to... Oh no he doesn't because he's got the Crocodile, of course. My bad. Definitely wants to hold on to these for weapons. Second Heroic Strike drawn. Can't play it with any minion though, so yeah, chooses the minion. Bit of War Presence. And of course the Crocodile can't deal with that by itself. But then C deck does draw its Heroic Strike, which will deal with that. The C deck looking in a very strong position. Going into the mid game here. E deck's not drawn any weapons yet, that could swing the game back. I think the Corcoran Elite may be a Corcoran Kamikaze going into this crocodile, into the jaws of death. Nope, going to choose to Heroic Strike it. Going to take damage, put a Naked Cleric on the board, and I guess just hope it trades 1 for 1 with C deck's Cleric. 2 oozes now. Still don't play one I think for tempo. You know how many weapons the Warrior has, so... Nope. Shut up me, I don't know what I'm talking about. Could we see a Corcoran into a cleave? I think we do. The Warrior has the card advantage. He does have 2 executes, which are slightly dead cards as of now, but the C deck doesn't know that. Hopefully the shield block draws something exciting. Otherwise C deck will run away with this game. It's going to be able to... I'll say he's going to be able to buff that Stormpike next turn, but he's going to be able to Fiery War Axe it. And that probably will get oozed. But that means there are no oozes for the Arcanite Reapers. That may come back to bite him. I think you play that on a naked board face, and now if he wants to get rid of that, he's going to have to swing into it, unless he draws a minion and then gives it charge. I think that is more likely to happen. I don't think he wants to take the face damage. I know you can cleave 1 opponent, even though it says 2. So yeah, that's a fair draw. If this does go into top decking mode, we're going to see a lot of armor ups really drag the game out. Using the Cleric, very nice. and if the E-Deck plays a big minion, it's going to be able to execute it. That's not really what I consider a big minion. I think that's... it's going to be able to charge and get the 2 for 1 if the C-Deck wants to deal with that. That's pretty nice. I think we may see the execute, despite me saying you don't really want to execute that. Or do you Arcanite Reaper it? I don't think you do. I think you execute it, Arcanite Reaper face, and then go face with the ooze. Yes. E-Deck looking quite low, is really relying on these top decks now. What can he draw? Warrior's got 9, so he's not dead next turn. He can turn this around. Does that turn it around? I think you've got to kill the use. It's better to take 4 now than to take 4 next turn and then 4 next turn, obviously. Unfortunately, that was not the Reckless Rocketeer that C-Deck would have wanted to win this game. Puts him so low. E-Deck must be sweating. What does he draw? Nightblade. I mean, you play it. I think you even go, yeah, you kill the minion. Because the C-Deck does not just quite have enough. Like, if he dud draws now, the warrior E-Deck is just going to go up and up. And that is not the draw he needed. He needed some kind of weapon or charge. That wasn't it. So E-Deck may be able to claw his way back from this. Another powerful removal tool there. How does he want to... Does he want to just send it into the whelp? Ooh, I'm not sure. There is a case for it. Like, kind of desperate. No, he's not scared. Maybe he should have though, because... No. Yeah, no, going face was the right play because it's the same board state, but now he's done 5 extra damage to the face. So, yeah. E-Deck's still holding onto his executes. Not been very helpful. Would much rather them be minions. Arcanite Reaper. Yep. Do as much face damage as he can. Still got a long way to go in defeating this Sea Warrior. Thing is, now he's out of top deck range from C-Deck's own Arcanite Reaper. So this is just going to quickly... Cleave is not what you wanted. We could see this game tilt the other way now. Shield block. The card draw proving valuable and the Boulder Fist. This game has swung round. C-Deck got so close. Yeti is nice, but not really nice enough. I'm patiently waiting for the next draw of E-Deck. Not too exciting, but here's a minion. E-Deck focusing on value trades. E-Deck has control and now wants to keep control. And if it does that, it will be able to slowly whittle C-Deck down. Heroic Strike, where was that 2 or 3 turns ago? Damn. Is he going to have to charge into the Boulder Fist just to get rid of it? Looks like he will. That hurts. Yep, we are very much in top decking war here. The second Arcanite Reaper. It's pretty nice. Gonna put the C-Deck to 16 HP. So we are going to need to see a few more turns play out. A few more big draws. Charge is not what you wanted. It might be useful next turn when you can charge a minion up. Hopefully a big minion. Oof. He even gets the +1 from the Warsong Commander. Is it lethal next turn? It is. Is there anything that the warrior can draw? It's gonna. Yes, he can get a minion to. No! He needed a minion! Arcanite Reaper! No! That looks like it. Ah, unfortunate. The C deck, it got so close, and then when it needed those top decks, they just weren't there for it. E deck takes a very close game number 1. Okay, game number 2. Let's see how this one will play out. A strong opening hand here for letter E. C deck, not quite so strong. I don't really like the Novice Engineer as a turn 2 play. Well, 1-1 just isn't very good. I think you just want it as cycle when you can just play it with excess mana you've got. But alas, he keeps it. Double Dragonling mechanics going to help create a bit of a wide board. The cleave will help see to that. There we go, Bloodflame Raptor coming down. Nothing to play into it yet, so we'll get a little bit of damage in. What does the Engineer draw for the Warrior? Cleave, nice. Yeah, it's probably going to play that. Cleave doesn't really deal with that though, unfortunately. Perhaps a coin Dragonling, because then you can play the second Dragonling. It's just a lot of minions for the E deck to deal with. Gonna like wear him down, slow him down. I think though, if C deck wants to win, you gotta be as aggressive as possible, because in the long game the E deck is gonna outvalue C deck because of the weapons, I think. But it's a lot harder for C deck to be aggressive than E deck because of the lack of said weapons. And the card draw. Card draw is also important to keep aggressive decks, because you play lots of cheap cards, you need a way to restock those cheap cards in the hand. Shield Block's going to be used for that. So the Cleave doing a good job there. I think we may see a Kor'kron Elite come down and get a head face for the War Chief. Which War Chief does he choose though? Garrosh or Garrosh? That free health is nice, makes it hard for the Stormpike Commando to come down. It's going to have to Heroic Strike instead, and then the Crocodile comes down. Going, where is the Bloodfen Raptor? I want a duel, my brother. Instead, he's probably going to get a Heroic Strike to the face. Should have shield blocked first to check the card draw. Classic newbie error. Restless Rocketeer, empty board, I think that's quite nice. Oh, Fiery Warriors. I think you just weapon it. I think you're ahead with your health anyway, so I think you can take the 5 damage. You may even play the Cleric naked just to get initiative on the board. Yeah. That is going to get shot down by the Stormpike Commando though, quite nicely. And then that's more damage that the E-Deck's going to have to take. So we could see E-Deck getting quite low again. If he's going to then turn it around, we'll have to see. C-Deck's hand looking still quite big. I definitely think that charge will come into play. Perhaps next turn with the Stormwind Champion, that would be very nice actually. More card draw for E-Deck. Not the most exciting card to draw right now, but going to be able to buff the Rockless Rocketeer, give it free health, which is always much healthier than 2. There are just because there are so many like 2 damage AoEs in the game. I think that's an easy execute target. And then I think you swing with the maybe swing with the axe. Oh no, chooses to go for a wider board rather than a taller board. What can Cedek do? A cleave? Does he have any more cleaves? I know he's played at least one, I've lost count. Counting to 2. It's very, very hard. I think you just go wide as well and then have a big value trade-off. But I think Edek's going to come out on top because of the Arcanite Reaper. If you take a shot every time I praise the weapons in Edek, you're going to end up quite drunk at the end of this. Charge, not really doing anything this turn. Could be played later. So here we go. That into that. Looks like the Cleric and the Raptor both go to die, but it does leave 3/3 in the weapon. So Edek wins that. I feel like we've seen so many Clerics this game. That's got to be the 4th one now. Double Warsong Commander. And the Cleric. And that puts Cedek kind of played out in terms of his hand. Edek able to clean this up with the charge, able to clean this up very nicely. This could be it. This could be the end of Cedek's attack, and now Cedek is going to have to go on the defensive. Arcanite Reaper would have loved to have drawn that 1 or 2 turns ago, I feel. But now, not too excited about it now. Because you want those Arcanite Reapers to push extra face damage. So you're going to have the Reckless Rocketeer come down, put him to 11. What does he draw? Cleave. That's a bit of a dead card as well. Cedek's going to have to make the decision to attack face or to attack the Rocketeer. I think you've got to attack the Rocketeer, but we'll see what he draws, because that will ultimately be the deciding factor. Charge. No. Dead card. Oof. You're going to have to swing at the Rocketeer. There's no other choice. You're just going to take too much damage otherwise. We are back in a top decking war. Classic Warrior Basic mirror match. And what a top deck that is. That's better than Charge, unfortunately for Cedek. And usually execute a couple of turns ago, so Rocketeer's not bad, but it's not good enough. So I think you have to, just to stay in the game, send it into the Boulder Fist and then hope you draw something next turn. And the Corcoran Elite seals the game. There we go. Pretty convincing game 2 for the Edek. Overpowering Cedek, knocking it out of the tournament, taking the series. Just a quick look at the end to see how the league is shaping up. Edek will go on to face either the Paladin H deck or the Mage L deck, which will also be our next game in the series. Thank you for watching, stay tuned.